We've been working with the Pythagorean theorem, so today we're going to be looking at what should we do if we know the length of our hypotenuse, but we don't know the length of our leg. So if we see right here, the question asks us to find the length of the TV. So we know that our hypotenuse is 42 inches. I know this because I have a right angle right here. And my hypotenuse is always the opposite side of my right angle. I have a leg right here, B, I don't know the length of, and then I have a leg right here, A, that I do know the length of. So because I'm missing a side in my right triangle, I know that I can use the Pythagorean theorem. If we think back to yesterday, we know that the Pythagorean theorem is A squared plus B squared equals C squared, where A and B are our legs and C is our hypotenuse. So let's start plugging in things that we know. We know right here that A is 18 inches. We don't know what B is. We know that C is 42 inches. So I'm going to plug in what I know. A is 18 inches. We don't know B, so I'm just going to write plus B squared equals, and then C is 42 inches. So I'm going to write 42 squared. The next thing I need to do is I need to evaluate my exponents. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look, I have 18 squared. 18 squared is just another way to write 18 times 18, or 324. Plus B squared, we're not going to touch that yet. And then 42 squared is 42 times 42, which is 1,764. Those are things I plug into the calculator. Now the next thing I need to do, my goal is to solve for B. My goal is to get B by itself. So we need to think back when we were solving our multi-step equations, which we were all so good at solving. We were trying to get B by itself. So what we need to do, we need to get rid of that number that's on the side right here. How do we get rid of it? Positive 324? We're going to subtract 324 from both sides. So 324 minus 324 leaves me with B squared on the left side. And then 1,764 minus 324 is going to give me 1,140. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. B squared equals 1,140. To get B by itself, I need to take the square root of both sides. The square root of B squared is B. And now I need to figure out what the square root of 1,140 is. To do that, I plug that into a calculator. I know that's not a perfect square. I don't know how to solve that on my own. So I'm going to plug into my calculator square root of 1,140. It's going to give me a big long number with a lot of numbers after my decimal point. So with that, I'm going to write 37.94. I like to either say two numbers or one number after the decimal place. Right now, I'll round this up to the 10th place. So I have 37.9 inches. That's my length of B. And I found the missing length in my triangle. Let me know if you have any questions.